my channel, and today's video is going to be all about one of my favorite topics in the world, and that's food. So today I'm going to be showing you the healthy foods that I make sure that I have in my kitchen at all times, and they are cost effective because we do shop on a grocery budget, but they're also very versatile, so we can make multiple different kinds of meals with these basic essentials. If you've had issues staying on track with your diet, if you're falling off the bandwagon, or if you're just trying to start a healthy diet, definitely keep on watching and see if any of these help you out. If you have any essentials that you keep in your kitchen that I don't mention, leave them down in the comments down below so we can all read and make sure we all fill our kitchens with healthy food that make our bellies feel good. Now let's go ahead and let's get into it. The first category that we're going to go through is protein. So the first protein that I make sure that we have in our house is chicken, and this is frozen chicken breasts. Sometimes we get frozen, sometimes we get the fresh. I do prefer the fresh, but these do last longer. Just make sure it says all natural, no hormones, no antibiotics. Chicken's great because it's great for your immune system. It helps your body create red blood cells, and it's also really great for your heart. And if you're consistently working out, it's really gonna help your muscle recovery and help you build muscles too. And chicken is so versatile. You can put it in salads, you could have it in a nourish bowl, you could have it by itself. I mean, you can really do anything with it and flavor it so many different ways. So this is definitely an essential for us. And this box is about $10, and it comes with 6 to 8 chicken breasts. So I guess it depends on how small that they are, which is actually plenty for us, especially because we only eat maybe 1 or 2 a meal, and we don't eat it every single meal, so it'll definitely last you. The next protein that I make sure that we have in our fridge are eggs, and I always get the organic free-range brown eggs, and I always get a dozen. They're usually on sale. This one runs at $4.48. It really just depends on your grocery store. This is just, I looked up on Walmart's website all these prices just so I could kind of give you a guesstimate of what it would be. I figured a lot of people have access to Walmart, so that's why I chose that. The eggs are so versatile to have. They're crazy inexpensive, especially if you're vegetarian or you're trying to transition into vegan. It's really good to have eggs. You can have them for breakfast, you can have them for lunch, you can literally do anything with eggs. You could put them on a salad if you wanted to, kind of like chicken, very versatile, and they don't take long at all to cook. And I think that these really help us get our vegetables in because I mix a bunch of veggies with these. And eggs also raise your HDL, which is good cholesterol, and they also have a vitamin called choline, which is used in creating your cell membranes, and it's also really good at preventing heart disease as well. So definitely make sure you have some eggs in your fridge. So the next form of protein that I make sure that we have are garbanzo beans or chickpeas, whatever you want to call them. I always make sure that I get the organic kind, and I try to make sure that there's a non-BPA lining in the can. They're high in fiber, they're great for your gut health, and they also, like I said, are a great source of protein, especially if you're vegan or, like I said, you're trying to go vegetarian, or even just to add more variety to your healthy diet, because it's hard sometimes to just stick to just chicken or just eggs or just the basic proteins. It just helps to switch it up, and you can put it, like I said, on salads. You can put it by itself. You can roast them in the oven in a saute pan. You can make them spicy. I mean, you could do so much. I know people make hummus with them at home. I mean, honestly, the possibilities are endless, and it's only $1.19 a can. And of course, grocery stores do have them on sale sometimes too, but they're all about $1 or $2 per can usually. So definitely, if you can get your hands on some garbanzo beans, I would definitely make sure you have some of these in your house. So the next category we're moving on to are vegetables. So the first one that I make sure that we have at all times is spinach. I don't go without spinach. So spinach is loaded in fiber, calcium, magnesium, a lot of vitamins. It's great for your skin, it's great for your hair. But spinach, you can seriously, I know I said everything else is versatile, but literally spinach is probably one of the most versatile foods that we have in our kitchen. You can put it in smoothies, you can put it in salads, and I've actually realized recently that you can freeze spinach and put it in smoothies, and it'll make them a lot thicker. But it doesn't add any taste to it, so if you're not feeling greens that day, like I said, you can still put it in a smoothie and make sure you're getting your serving every single day. So it's really cool to have something where you can put it in something sweet and something savory as well. So definitely make sure you pick up some spinach. And I always get the organic spinach because it's really, I don't think the prices are that different from not organic and organic. and considering I'm eating the leaf itself, I want to make sure there's nothing bad on it. This one cost me $1.96 for this container, and it's gonna last a very long time. So yeah, definitely make sure that you get yourself some spinach. So the next vegetable that I make sure that we have are bell peppers. So the red bell peppers are actually the healthiest for you because they contain the most nutrients. But bell peppers in general are loaded with vitamin C and antioxidants, and pairing it with the spinach, it's actually really great in helping your body absorb iron. So this is kind of why I chose both of those, because they help each other out and they go together so well. So, you know, eating the spinach and the bell pepper, it's going to help you absorb the nutrients from the spinach while also getting the nutrients from the bell pepper. And it also contains carotenoids, which is really great for your eye health. But like I said, you can do so much with bell peppers. You can put them in a salad, have them by themselves, make a stir fry with chicken. I mean, literally anything. You can roast them in the oven. You can put it in there with your chickpeas. I mean, literally whatever you want to do with this little guy, you can pretty much do. And the reason they're different colors, the green ones are basically just unripe bell peppers, and these are the most ripe, so that's why they have the most nutrients in them. But honestly, any of the bell peppers are great. We always get like a red and a green. I know the green ones are a little bit cheaper. I think they're about $1.69, but definitely make sure you grab some of these because they are so good for you. That's pretty much all that we really get for vegetables. If there's anything on sale or if I'm craving something particular that week, we'll get that, but those are just like the essentials because you can do so much with those. So the next category we're moving on to are fruits. So the first one I'm going to show you are lemons. Lemons obviously are loaded with vitamin C and antioxidants. It's a great salad dressing, actually, instead of just like going and buying one that's loaded with sodium or a bunch of ingredients you can't pronounce. Also with spinach as well, vitamin C helps you absorb iron. So along with the bell pepper, or if you don't have bell pepper that day but you have lemon and spinach, the lemon's going to help you absorb that iron from the spinach. So it's a great thing to have. You can put it in water, you can put it in smoothies, you can put it on your chicken. I season our chicken with lemon all the time. And lemons are super inexpensive. Like this was 50 cents at the store. So really good price, and they're so good for you. So definitely make sure you pick up a lemon. So the next fruit that we get are bananas. And these are a little bruised up because our paper bag ripped apart in the rain coming back from the grocery store, so they're a little banged up, but they're still good. But these are about 49 cents a pound for not organic bananas, and then 68 cents for organic. Now you don't have to get organic in bananas because there's a thick skin, you're not eating the skin, so it's totally fine to get normal bananas. I do find the organic ones taste just a little bit sweeter, but I just honestly opt for these because I get more bananas for cheaper. So if we're staying on a budget, this is definitely what we'll get. If I see any good organic ones, I'll grab them, but usually get normal. Bananas are, like I said, super inexpensive. They're loaded with potassium and manganese, which is really good for your skin health. And they're also a really great energy boost. After my coffee, I do kind of crash a little bit sometimes, so I'll eat one of these, or before I work out, I'll eat a banana, and it just gives me a little boost of energy, and it also makes it's really easy on your stomach. So if you're kind of like me, and if I'm ever anxious or if I'm ever stressed, the first place I feel it is my stomach. Like I just don't really eat, so I'll make a banana peanut butter smoothie. And they also help your digestion. They have tons of antioxidants in them, and one being dopamine. And they also help maintain your blood sugar. Definitely make sure you grab some bananas. The last fruit that I make sure that we have, and this is just kind of something where if we are able to do it that week, I'll definitely do it. If you can't, that's totally fine. But we make sure we get blueberries. I freaking love blueberries. They're loaded with antioxidants, and they're really great for your brain health too. You can put them in smoothies or smoothie bowls, and they're also kind of like a little slushy if you eat them in the summer frozen. Make sure we get some of these. The next category we're moving into are carbs and grains. The first carb that we have are sweet potatoes. They're loaded in potassium. They're loaded with beta carotene, which is really good for your eyes. They're also really good for your gut health too. They're about 70 cents per sweet potato, around that, depending on your grocery store. You can either boil them. I put them in the oven with coconut oil and cinnamon before, and they turn out really good. So definitely see if you can grab some sweet potatoes or just regular potatoes, but I just prefer sweet potatoes. Another carb that I make sure that we have are oats, and I always get the rolled oats. This is the best for overnight oats. You can make them fresh in the morning. They're filling, they don't make you bloated. I get the gluten-free ones just because I find that I feel a lot better whenever I stay away from gluten or dairy. It's really good with almond milk or like our blueberries or some cut up bananas. Actually, what I've done before is I mashed up a banana and then I mixed it in with oatmeal, and it's really good. It's kind of like a natural sweetener. Oats are also a really great source of fiber too, so if you can grab some oats, definitely try them out. They're really good hot or cold. I did make some overnight oats in the fridge last night, and I had some for breakfast this morning with blueberries, and they turned out so good. And these are about $3.88. So the last grain that I make sure that we have, and I feel like you can do so much with this, is brown rice. And I did prep it last night. I always prep it on Sundays. It is Monday right now. I prep it every week, and we have it with our chicken, and you can literally season this with anything and it makes it taste really good. It's loaded with fiber and magnesium, so it's really great for your heart. It's a great source of iron, and it's great for pretty much any meal of the day. You can put it in nourish bowls, you can have it as a side, you could have it, you know, just by itself. I mix mine with vegan ranch. It's really good with some salt and pepper. Brown rice is definitely a staple I make sure that we have. And one bag is usually about $3.72, so not too bad. It's very inexpensive, and it also makes a really big portion too, so can't go wrong. So the next thing that I make sure that we have is some kind of nut milk, and recently I've been getting almond milk, and I make sure to get the unsweetened kind. It's only 30 calories. It's a great source of calcium and vitamin D and vitamin E. And whenever you're picking out almond milk, you want to make sure it has no additives and no preservatives in there, because there are some brands that like to toss in some things that we can't pronounce and they like to confuse us. You can do so much with this. We use this a ton for smoothies and for overnight oats. And I've used it in mashed sweet potatoes before. I've used it in regular mashed potatoes. Yeah, you can't go wrong with almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk, cashew milk, whatever kind of milk you want. But if you like dairy milk, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're getting a good one for you. And almond milk runs about $3.34 per carton. So definitely make sure you grab yourself some kind of nut milk. The next thing I make sure that we have stocked up in our kitchen is some kind of cooking oil. So right now we have olive oil, which is the most inexpensive if you're trying to stay on a budget. I prefer avocado oil. It is more pricey, and coconut oil is also really good too. But if you're trying to stay on a budget, I would just go with some extra virgin olive oil and make sure that it's cold pressed, because that keeps all the nutrients in there. But avocado oil has a higher smoke point, so it keeps the nutrients in there longer and better than olive oil. If you can do avocado oil, definitely do that. If you can't, just go with either coconut or olive oil. They're both really good for you. So for the very last category are spices. There's 3 spices that I make sure we always have stocked up in our cabinet. And one of those is black pepper. We just get the McCormick. McCormick's a really great brand, and it doesn't have a bunch of additives in there. Black pepper is definitely something that we use the most. And to go along with black pepper, I always make sure we have Himalayan pink salt. There's a ton of different salts out there, and again, this one is McCormick too. But I just like pink Himalayan salt. The reason it's pink is because it has different vitamins and minerals in there than table salt does. Table salt has a lot of additives in there, and I just don't like it. And I feel like after I eat table salt, I can't hydrate. Like, I'm constantly thirsty, and I feel like I haven't had water ever. But Himalayan salt does not do that. It hydrates your body and also provides you with vitamins and minerals. And it's that thicker salt too. They do have some that's finely ground up. I just prefer the grinder. And the last thing is organic cinnamon. I don't know, you probably don't have to get organic. I just prefer organic cinnamon. I don't really know why. It probably honestly doesn't matter. But cinnamon is really great for boosting your metabolism, and it goes so well with the bananas and the oats and the sweet potatoes. So it can be paired with so much. I also like putting it in my smoothies too. Cinnamon acts as like a natural sweetener, so it gives it a little extra sweetness without the extra calories and any extra sugar. And I've heard that, I think it's called Ceylon, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna put the word on the screen. But that cinnamon is the best cinnamon. I don't have that. Just recently found that out actually from Cooper's sister Liz. So thank you, Liz, for telling me about it. It's actually the best cinnamon for you. I don't have that because I wanted to finish this one off. But if you see that one and you're able to get it, definitely opt for that one. I haven't personally tasted it, but I'm sure it's pretty similar. I don't know. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments, but if you are able to get that one, get that one. If not, just get some organic ground cinnamon. Alright guys, so that was all of the essentials that we get from the grocery store every single week. This is just kind of like the random category of stuff I make sure that we always have because it's just stuff I use every single day. So the first thing, I freaking love coffee. So the coffee that I use is the Cafe Bustelo, but it's, like it says, it's 100% coffee. So super good, especially if you like a dark roast, it's really good. And then to go along with that, I always make sure I have some kind of non-dairy creamer, and I use the Silk Vanilla Almond Milk Creamer. I also love kombucha. Things you want to make sure you look for in kombucha are that it's low in calories, so you want to make sure it's about 50 calories or less, and that there's not a bunch of sugar in there because they can get you with the sugar. The two brands I've noticed are the best are KeVita and the Synergy by GT's. Now, if you've never had kombucha and you want to try it, I suggest going with KeVita first. This one is going to be very intense if you have this one first. It's really good for you and I like it. It's definitely an acquired taste. But if you're just starting out with kombucha, I would get a KeVita one, especially this one, the strawberry acai coconut. It's a lot lighter and it's not very bitter or very tart or as intense as this one would be. I love this one, but like I said, I would start with KeVita. And the last thing I make sure that I have is some kind of healthy chocolate. So the Enjoy Life is really good. Any kind of non-dairy chocolate ice cream. I love the Ripple chocolate milk. Like anything chocolatey because I crave chocolate at night. So I make sure I have some kind of healthy chocolate in the house so that I don't go totally crazy. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude today's video. I really hope that this helped you out in some way, and if you have any other essentials that you like to get from the grocery store every single week, leave that in the comments down below as well so that we can all see and all have a healthy diet. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe because it really supports my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified anytime that I post a video. And until then, I will see you next time. Bye!